Okay. All right. We are live. We've been live for a few seconds. Sorry about that there. Uh, Adding a couple things at the last minute as I came across preparing for today's live. Um, okay. How's everybody doing on this fantastic Florida day? We are currently at 66 degrees, so it's a little cooler today. We had a cold front move last night, and that lowered the temperature and brought just a little bit of rain, I believe. Uh, I didn't see any evidence at home, but I got notification that it was raining down here at some point last night. But it's a good day. It's light jacket weather today for us Floridians, or those people that just got in from up north. They're used to the real freezing weather. It's a warm day for them. But anyway, good morning to all of you. There are many, many, many people this year that haven't been down here in a while that are back, and we welcome you and glad you're here, and want you to make sure you feel welcome and appreciated. I do have just a kind of a little bit of a public service announcement here. From what I've heard, we've had a few people come down with bugs, okay, cold symptoms and that. Not COVID as far as I've heard, but basically just typical winter weather, flu season type stuff. So do be careful if you've are you experiencing especially a fever and it might be contagious. Do restrict your activity so that we limit the spread of any type of stuff, and of course all the precautions that go in place. Wash hands frequently. Have a handkerchief or Kleenex or tissue. Use the generic name, so the brand name. If you are handy, so if you're sneezing, sneeze into that instead of expelling the germs out into the air, and if any coughs. And like I said, if you're fit, I guess there's a possibility that somebody had strep throat. So do be careful, sore throats, and seek uh, your doctor's treatment early if something happens. Excuse me, my throat's a little dry here. You know how psychosomatic, and then you say something and you think, oh, it's affecting me. Also, my fault. That happens a lot. All right. One thing I will mention is also folks coming in. If your cable's not working, please contact. Would rather you contact the office first, because if it's a cable that Bluestream cut, we will get Bluestream to come over and replace the cable. But there has been just yesterday, checked on somebody that came in, and they had the cable was fine, and they had three of the DAT boxes or DTA, I forget which way it's called, but anyway, three of the boxes from Comcast, and only one was working, and they ended up being the power supply on one, and the other one might not have been activated. So it's not necessarily a cut cable if you don't have cable. It might be an equipment problem, and we can kind of give you an idea first whether or not we need to get Bluestream over there to fix the cable, or then if it's a Comcast issue. And of course, with Comcast, it's very difficult to get who you need to talk to. We do have these in the office. I'll see if it focuses in on it for you. And of course, you can always run it back to this. And that's our bulk account, information about the bulk account. When you call in, especially if you only have the small boxes and you don't have any add-on, you technically don't have an account with Comcast. But they appear to be adding everybody onto account, and they'll ask you if you don't currently have an account with Comcast down here. They'll ask you for your account number, and you say, this is a bulk account. They go by street address. You have to, then they can give you your account number. I had that happen yesterday when I was calling in for Pat Hancock, and to get them to re-hit ping his equipment. So that information is there, and if they ask for the address for that main account, give them the 6407, because that's the computer talking to you at first, And after you get to that, see if you can get. It takes a while, but it got to get to where you're talking to a representative. And then you tell them you got a bulk account, and then whatever your problem that you need to get taken care of. Okay, quite a few people are saying good morning here. We got good morning to Lisa. Good morning to Fred. And Sig's on here. And Renee's on here. Good morning. Ernie's here. Oh, excuse me. Janice. Let's see what Fred's got to say about this hot and cold weather. Maybe because, yes, that does seem to affect people's systems. Part of it is you move indoors, you're closer to people. I would say your standard supplements might help. Zinc, vitamin C, a good, healthy diet so that you're getting vegetables and being in good shape. And I know many people walk, and that I'm sure that helps as for your overall health being in shape. Okay. Jeanette's on. Good morning. We have Cherry Black. I got shows I have 21 people here. And Vivian. Good morning, Vivian. Okay. Good morning to everybody and those that have signed in. If you're on Facebook, go ahead and like the page, like this event. That will help Facebook put it out. I was discussing with Tammy a little bit this morning. I've seen people posting on Facebook, oh, you do this, copy and paste this, hide this, will bypass the system and hide all the ads, and it's not going to hide any ads. It's just what do you say? Social engineering. Somebody's passing that on. What Facebook does is what you interact with is what they're going to feed you. And we're discussing how that if you mention something, and Siri's listening, but anyway, Facebook wants to target to you what you're interested in, and they figure if you interact with something, you're interested in that, and then that's what you'll feed you. So if you want all your friends to show up on your Facebook feeds, or well, I guess on YouTube, whatever, YouTube kind of tracks what you do too, but there's not many people have a YouTube channel. But like the Facebook, go ahead and subscribe to the Ancient Oaks YouTube channel if you're coming in that way. And of course, give it a like, and that'll help. Like I said, it gets their algorithms going, and you'll be notified of that. There seems to be on Facebook, the scammers have got a new tactic. I'll say it here. Don't know if it'll do any good. They put up what they call a heart-tugging post, and they're mainly doing it on buy and sell pages. And they're posting there and saying it's either damaged or, injured dog, found dog, missing person, missing child, missing elderly person. And it's a heart-tugging, oh, I need to share this because they need to find that. And but if you check the profile first, because many times because I report them, Facebook is, and I've interacted with those posts, Facebook has now shown me all those posts of those people trying to scam everybody because they'll shut the comments off on that, so you can't comment on there and say don't share this because it's a scam. What they do is they get you to share it after you get many shares. Then they actually change the post, and it shows up in your feed again, and it could be real estate or fake ad for a product that looks too good to be true. So be careful of those sharing of those posts that show up on buy and sell pages and our heart-tugging posts. Check the profile before you move it on. That's just a little bit of there to keep your feeds from getting inundated with what you don't want. All right. Ernie is asking about the 2 water machines. Yes, we always seem to have problems with them. It doesn't help that when people beat on them and damage them, that's what happened to the one up by the marina. Somebody, I don't know what they took out on it, but always had a problem. Has as many times as I had a problem. The one at the marina is a doesn't have the backup capacity that is down at the fish house, not the fish house, the car wash. That one has a couple hundred gallons in tanks, whereas the one up at the marina only has about 10 gallons in tanks. And so if there's a much usage there, it takes longer to recover, and you might not get your water right away or at that time. But please don't beat on the machines. It doesn't help. Like I said, all I can do is report it to the people that own it. They want them to work because that's how they get money out of them. Without them working, not getting money. Good morning to Dan, and we have Sandy Jetson Shanahan. That's a new name to me, or else my memory's gone that I don't get that. And have Tammy. Let's see if I click on that correctly. Tammy up there in Michigan in snow, and Sherry Boggs, who she's been under the weather and kind of staying at home the past few days. So we our prayers out to those people that are dealing with that bugs going around. I hope you get well soon and take care. A fair amount of people on here. Very good. Very good. Okay. A few things I'll start going over. Okay. We got this question. It is still safe, and I will get to that. And well, yeah, just a moment. I got one other thing I was going to mention first. When you're not in your unit and you're not using your people, you have water hoses that you hook to your faucets. Okay. When you're done using your water hose, please shut off the water to it. One, we have vacuum breakers on them, but if you leave the water pressure on your hose, especially these new expanding hoses, if it's laying out in the sunlight will warm up that rubber and it can expand and they can blow. And even the regular style hoses. So please, on your water hoses, when you're done using it, shut them off at the spigot so they don't blow. And also that will prevent, if we have a water break and if we lose pressure, that the pressure in the hose won't push it back into the system, and whatever you're doing with your hose, hopefully no damage. But that's why the vacuum breakers are supposed to be on there on your water hose. That's to prevent that. But as anything, Murphy's Law, if it can break, it'll break. And so shut off your water hoses. That the way they won't break, and it keeps our water system safer. On the water, this is something that we had problems for many years, and we were having it maybe 3-4 years ago, and we kind of figured out the cause with or at least we were able to get the system to work correctly. We had 2.5 years of very good water, didn't have anything in it at all, and was great. This year, something happened with the machines. They are here. I got them back here again today. The company that's working on the heads for the resin filters, finding out why what it is when they regenerate, the resin filters regenerate, they knock all the material that they've been filtering off the brine, the salt solution, just like your home. If you have a water softener sitting outside your home, it regenerates. It uses a salt solution to release the contaminants, or whatever you want to call it, whatever the filters catch, and then you flush them out. And the system isn't totally flushing them all out when it gets done, and then it turns back on the filtering, and some of that iron is basically iron gets into our filtered water tank, and then of course out into the system. We wish we could just, if we find it, we could empty the water, but that's almost 60,000 gallons of water that we'd have to empty when it gets in there. And so we have at times, if it's been drastic, we have emptied the water, but don't want to do that every time. We, like I said, we'll find a way of fixing it. They're here today. We will get it fixed. At the worst case scenario, that we will have to replace one. already planning on and trying to get it scheduled to replace the media in the filters, because as they get older, whatever is happening to them. But we're going to replace the media. The next step would be to replace the filter system. Instead of a loose resin pack filter like that, we'd go to a membrane filter, which does not require brine to rinse out to clean it out, and I've been told that does a much better job on it. The water is safe. It's basically iron. Unfortunately, if it's really bad and you do wash whites, you could very likely ruin some clothes. So I've heard that somebody said that they did have a T-shirt ruined, brand new one, and unfortunately. So I hope that answers your question, Kathy. And that was on my list here. The resin filters, we are working on it. In fact, somebody's working on it at the moment, because I've called them back in and said, we got to get this fixed. Nobody's liking it. But you have to understand, we went from using maybe 100,000 gallons of water a week to everybody here, we're using 400,000 gallons of water a week. So it puts a little bit of difference in the system, and we are working on it. Okay, go on from that. I see there's a next. Let me go to the Lisa said here. New Year's party. Yep, it was a great time. I think a lot of people saw the video I put up on the short little live video I did while I was there. I mean, it got over 1,000 views. Maybe not everybody watched the whole thing, but it good time. And like I say, thanks to Dee Dee Mattingly for the New Year's party. Great DJ. It was a good time. And once again, thanks to all who came in and donated. All right. Okay. Next item that I got on my list. Like I said, if you got a question, I'll try it, and you can type it in. You can put it on the comments here. But once I close the live down, it's very hard for me to catch comments. So if I can catch them here, that's fine. But as far as seeing them afterwards, email me, call me. I won't put my phone number out here on this live, because anybody in the world could get it, and I don't need any more spam calls. But my phone number is available from the office. If you call the office, you should have that number. Put my phone number in your phone so that if I do call you, you know it's me. Put that in your phone. If you have to call us and get a hold of us on whatever events, and if you got a question or a comment and whatever we're talking about or whatever needs to be done. All right, everybody got that? And let's see if I can pull up. If you got there we go. There's my email, manager@aoaks.net. You always always get a hold of me. There is one person lately that somehow they did it on it was just before Christmas, and somehow I missed. I must pull up their email, but didn't take care of it, and I had to take care of it yesterday. So, but usually most of the time, except when I don't, I get it taken care of. If that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was going to go on next. We got Helen. When will the meeting with Blue Stream be? I found the gal that was setting that up got back to work on. When she get back to work? We got the calendar here. Yeah, end of last week. She told me they were still working on it. They're having problems with the Blue Stream connecting to the network, which provides the programming, and as soon as they get that all figured out, they will be letting us know. We'll have a meeting with the board of. They want to have a meeting with the board of directors to finalize everything. I don't think that they're going to be up and running by March 1st. So there's some legal logistical ramifications with that, because we'll have to continue with the Comcast till the Bluestream can take over. So I will be definitely all methods of we have of letting people know that can be. That's one thing. We have 686 residents. I believe I only have 400 on the dial my calls, which I do use to put out information. So there's some of you that are not on the dial my calls, and yet you wonder why you don't get information about what's going on. You get catch the lives, catch it here. We do post some on the bulletin boards and try to post it on Facebook, but that's not always you gotta be proactive in getting information. You gotta come to us. One thing with the Bluestream, uh, continuing on with the Bluestream, uh, we can put a community channel on that, and the office, probably Victoria, mainly that's pretty much decided, would be able to put information on that. And basically, just like at a hotel that you go to, it'll run a loop of stuff. So, but that would only be for people when you're here. I don't know that if you're somewhere else that you'd be able to receive our community channel. But that's one thing. Catch our on the Facebook and on YouTube the lives, or make sure you have the dial my call set up. But we are going to pretty much it's been decided that we're going to add that community channel on. It'll cost us maybe $150 a month, but I think that'll be money well spent because if you don't have Facebook, you a lot of times proactive on Facebook, you better turn the TV on, put on the community channel, have it run in the background, and you can see that. And a lot of the information that also comes out in Acorn, we're hoping then to also put on that community channel. All right, let's see. So I believe I answered that question. Community channel. Very good. Okay, let me go here. Yep. People. I don't know. Like I said, they may not. People listening to this may not see it. How many times? Everybody should know now that the EPA, you are not to put tires in your trash. Tires are supposed to go to, if you buy a tire, they're supposed to take your tire in. That's where you then take your old tire in and have it take recycled or whatever they do to handle tires. It is against the law for us to have tires in our trash. Please do not put tires in the trash. Just take them to wherever you bought your tires from. Okay.
Ernie Greenberg just called and said that your streaming is going in and out, and it's hard for people to understand what you're saying.
Well, one person. Anybody else having difficulty with the streaming? Not getting any and anything on my end.
Okay, it could just be his internet or something. Okay, I just wanted to let you know.
Okay, thank you, Tammy.
You're welcome.
So, if anybody else is having problems with the stream, I don't think we should. I showed them a good connection on my end. I haven't installed anything else. So, okay. Let's see. Next item that kind of goes with what I had here on my next item. Breakfast on Saturday, 8 to 10. That's one thing I didn't have on my notes. I didn't have the time, 8 to 10. 2 eggs, 2 pancakes, sausage, coffee, orange juice, and smiles. See you Saturday. Terry brought that up. Okay. I believe they're also looking for volunteers for that, to help with that. And if you volunteer, you get your breakfast free and you get to have everybody say good morning to you. All right. And along with that, the breakfast on Saturdays, remember that. That, I believe now, is every Saturday. Probably January, February, and March. But when it ends, I'm sure they'll let us know. Also, the hot dog lunches are back in. No, I don't have a graphic for that. Oh, speaking of graphics, if you want something announced on this, send me either a JPEG or a PDF, if you can do that, of what you want announced, and I'll make a PDF of it, and I'll be able to put it in like this. Let's see, add to stream. I can do that. All right. And so this is the fashion show coming up. So if you send that to me. I can add it and do the announcement here. Okay. So remember the breakfast, 8 to 10, 2 eggs package. I don't see the charge. Is the charge $5? I thought I saw that, but Terry, you might let me know what the price is for that. All right. Hot dog lunches are also back on. I don't have a graphic. Like I said, don't have a graphic for that yet. I thought I saw one, but I couldn't grab it this morning to be able to do it. So Thursdays, 11. Let's see. I don't know. I don't see a graphic for that. I believe it's like 11:15 to 12:45. I saw that this morning. I thought I grabbed that graphic. Anyway, Thursday lunches are back on. Once again, let me know on the price of the breakfast. Good morning to Dee Dee. Once again, thank you very much, Dee Dee, for New Year's Eve and all the volunteering you're doing for the stuff, events. Still looking for another helper for movie night. And we have that issue of the intellectual rights taken care of. So that's great that we got that taken care of. And so we won't not have a problem with the lawyers that could come after us. All right. But anyway, there's Dee Dee says they're looking for another helper for movie night. If anybody's interested, get a hold of her. I do have her phone number. Let's see. I should have it. There we go. Oh, there we go. I should label that. That's Dee Dee's phone number there. 502-500-8613. All right. If you want to help with the lunch of the let's take that banner back off. Get back to there we go. As usual, if you need any information along that line, my email can take care of that. All right, back to okay. Dee Dee says I'm cutting it, and you should have. Oops, where did I just saw that? Lisa said that. All right, I don't know. Of course, we're on Comcast internet, so you never know what's going to happen there. We're cutting in and out. That's what Tammy came in to tell me. So it's good connection so far here. Movie night. All right. Terry said yes, every Saturday until the end of March. Lunch times is 11:15 to 12:45. $6 for breakfast. $6.50 if you take out. Yep, and got that one. Breakfast is $6. There's Dee Dee's number. Oh, and I guess that's a correction here. Terry says 25 cents for takeout, so 50 cents. So $6.25 if you take out, $6 if you eat there, and break bread with the other people in the park. All right. Got those announcements taken care of. Once again, appreciate everybody that's on here. Oh, got a high of 32. That's great to have you on here. And of course, all those that listen in on the replay, thank you very much for getting your information. And okay, strong signal up here in your office. All right. And one other person, your fine string not cutting in out, but our cable's cutting in and out a lot right now. Okay. And can't remember seeing that name before. So welcome to the broadcast and thank you for popping in. Next item on my list here, those people that have arrived to come back, Diane Souza, if you had your picture taken, Diane Souza has your free directory. You can check on the pages or once again, get back to me about getting in contact with Diane Souza or call the office. The gal can then direct you to Diane Souza's address or phone to get your pictorial directory. There we go. Trying to read and talk at the same time. Sometimes I get a little discombobulated. All right, so Diane Souza on the directories. if you didn't get yours. Okay. Okay, that was that one. And then Jeanette, she's having it. So apparently I put on a good signal here. So hopefully that will clear that up. All right. Next one. Okay, announcements. We'll go through these. Fashion show Monday at 11 o'clock it starts. I won't give all the times here on it. And includes a sandwich, croissant, chips, cookies, and for $5. Gluten-free option if you let them know. I thought I saw that somebody said that if you let them know, oh, I don't have that. Who would that be? Tickets available at the door if you let them know. Hopefully they'll come on either here or look that up. And if you call the office, we'll make sure you get that information about tickets being available at the door if you've reserved them. Oh, and Diane Souza also been at bingo bringing them. So if you have the that's on the pictorial directories, you can pick them up at bingo from before bingo from 4 to 5 on bingo night Tuesdays and Friday because she doesn't want to be interrupted during her bingo game. So before the bingo, you can come to the clubhouse and pick up your pictorial directory. Okay, the fashion show. Is my banner in the way of that? Yeah, let's get rid of the banner. Right. Okay. Fashion show. That is next Monday. And then on Wednesday is our annual meeting at 1 o'clock. At 10 o'clock, we do open the meeting, but it's just a couple seconds. All it is to open the meeting, appoint the chairman that's going to, and that's basically it's a short board meeting at 10 o'clock to appoint the chairman to run the annual meeting, which is the annual membership meeting. It's not run by the board, it'll be run by Pat Hancock, and we'll give the results of the ballot and be there. There'll be some more information on the ballot because we can, if we don't get a confirming vote one way or the other, if we don't meet the threshold, we can hold the counting open ballots. You can continue to come in up to 90 days. So we'll see what happens there. But if we get enough yes votes, or if we get 344, either way, that's determines that situation on the ballot. And I encourage you to vote yes if you have any questions or concerns about what it means on the changes to the declaration. Get a hold of me. I went look at last week's live. I explained it on there. Two concerns people were worried about is 60 days for a rental, and that's just to keep the churn from going. And in most instances, what you were concerned about people being here less, it's a moot point because it's either family or guest, and they're exempt from that 60-day thing. It's just basically people that are renting your lot for an extended period of time, but we don't want the churn like a campground. Okay, that is on the annual meeting. Then we have Elton John tribute on Saturday, January 28th. There may be something else coming up in between then. Don't forget, we have video event information in the by the door in the office here. You get the events. That's also posted on the clubhouse. The hallway leading to the bathrooms got a lot of postings and a lot of information about the events that are coming on. We have regularly daily scheduled events with the pickleball, shuffleboard, cornhole, petanque. All those events are listed there, and also all your card games. I know there's something like Texas Hold'em and Hand and Foot and Bingo, and then of course the Mahjong. So all that information is at the clubhouse. Also, was asked to announce for the Elton John stroll down. Let's stroll down the Yellow Brick Road with Elton John tribute, playing some amazing hits like Benny and the Jets, Rocket Man, Tiny Dancer, Kendall win much more. Tickets go on sale January 7th and 14th. So the 7th is gone. No, it's not. Okay, 7th is tomorrow. During breakfast and January 19th during lunch. Okay. That's when the tickets will be available for the Elton John. Okay. That's announcements there. And I'm going to move on to wildlife. We are having an explosion of these guys in the park. They're called red-headed agamas. Make sure I got the comments up so I can see if people are coming in. Okay, and you were on hold after fashion. Okay, I have Donna, the voting. Okay, I'll drop back to the voting. The ballots, we have the ballot box here in the office, which let's remove this for the moment. We have the ballot box here in the office where we put the ballots in. A proxy vote, this is how they do the ballots, are not a secret vote compared to electing directors. So we got them coming in. We use the same format as that because that's the supplies we had rather than coming up with new supplies. But we use that for the information and turning it in. The ballot, that proxy, your vote on there, a proxy usually means someone else is voting to, but you're also voting that on that. The voting can be held open for 90 days on that. So put your vote in. We'd rather have everybody get it taken care of at this board meeting. But if we don't reach the threshold of 344 with the yeses or nos, which that definitely puts it out, then we can hold the ballots and keep them secure so nothing gets changed or anything, and then get additional ballots in and then count those ballots at an open time. It's just we just need a 48-hour notice that we're going to have this meeting to count the ballots, and then we'll give a final on that. So, but once again, if you have concerns about the people I had mainly, there's two items. One was how long they could stay. Now I'm going to, all this is going on, I forgot what the other main concern on that was, but maybe it's the cost and the checks on it. That for people buying, we want to be able to do a credit check and a background check. For people renting, we want to be able to do a background check. The credit, that'll be a check, won't bother us with if they're renting because that's between the person and the renter, not us. But the credit check, we want to make sure, not the credit check, background check. I think everybody knows what the reason for that would be. I don't have to repeat that. Okay. Hopefully that takes care of what you need to know, Donna. And if nothing else, I can put it up on again if that didn't answer your question. We have, Terry Black's tickets to be sold at the breakfast for the Elton John event on January 28th. Here we go. It should be good. Okay, I'll go back to this here. On the wildlife, we had the red-headed agamas exploding in here, and also the curly tails. These lizards are prolific and they're invasive, and they are pushing out. Let's see if can I put double pictures on here? It doesn't look like it can. Okay. These two type of lizards are larger and are pushing out the native lizards. The native one is the green anno. Oh yeah, Tammy, you must own your property in order to rent it out. She had a little bit of experience with that. Okay. Yeah, you have to be in control of the title and deed on that for us to, because we have to authorize also to come in, and we can't authorize somebody to rent a property that is not yours, if that makes sense. Okay, on the lizards, I'm buying some equipment. We had people come in and take them out before, and it cost us a little bit of money. Not much, but they did a good job, and we may have them come in again, but we're going to try it on our own. We're going to set up some traps, and try and bait them with live crickets, and hopefully we'll catch these guys, because now you go down the street certain times of the day, and I've seen up to 50 of them as I've been driving, and they're very quick. You can't really catch them very many ways, but if you're able to catch them, that's fine. Humanely euthanize them, please, if you catch them. They don't want you to torture them. Make sure that's very quick and humanely euthanized. These are called the red-headed agamas. They're native to South Africa. They probably came in with some plants or something, and like I said, they're very quick, and they push out the native lizards. And if they're both these type of lizards, or just any animal that poops in your yard and stuff, does create as possibilities of carrying diseases, salmonella and whatever. So on that note, with these invasive ones, we've also had a report of somebody seeing a rat. That's one reason. So I told some people that they can't have bird feeders, and I was asked, well, that's not listed in the rules that you can't have a bird feeder. No, it's not specifically listed, but you do have to. If everybody's getting getting on the memo on this, got the memo and understanding, you do anything outside your unit, it does require a site modification that I, as a representative of the association, have to approve. And putting up a bird feeder would fall under that category. And bird feeders, the birds kick out seeds. The seeds draw mice and other critters, maybe rats. And then the rats also, we have a rat population. Snakes like to eat rats. And so there's critters that we don't need. And so that's why bird feeders are not allowed in the park. And somebody recently has sighted a rat, and we're trying to get rid of it. But once again, don't feed the wildlife in any manner or method, and do not feed your pets outside. Don't put food outside for your pets, because then raccoons and all that, possums and rats and mice and anybody else, then like I said, and probably even these lizards will. I think the agama is an omnivore. It eats greens and other living animals. So once again, don't feed the wildlife. We are going to go on an eradication, try to do eradication of these, because of the fact that they're becoming so prolific, and their droppings are not good for anybody's health. Okay. And I've about come to the end of my list. I've gone a little bit longer than I usually have for the my live here. Don't want to bore anybody too much. A lot of stuff I covered today, so we're done. Unless I get any more questions in. And like I said, on the renting out of the property, you need to verse yourself on what, if you're buying in here, we don't really want people to buy in here to purposely just to make money on rentals. You buy in here because you want to be here and stay here, and then you can defer some of your costs by renting it out when you're not here. So that's part-time. We just really, this community, the demographic that we want is owners living in their units. That's what we really want. And that's what we're aiming for, but we have to abide by all the rules that the condominiums are under. But we have a lot of rules. We will make sure that when you have renters, that they're properly versed in our rules and know what to do and know all the rights and responsibilities that come with living in our park. We have a great park. We want to keep it that way. We want to keep undesirables out of here. We don't want people just coming and going willy-nilly. We have been, since we've instituted a little bit of more of the lighting in the areas, especially around the entrance, knock on wood, we haven't had any things to call the police on. All right. So that's the reason why that declaration change is being put in there to give us a little bit more control, legal control on the people that are in the park. And I'm sure everybody wants that. It protects our park, protects your investment in your place, and all that. All right, well, everybody, have a great weekend. I believe it is supposed to warm up. The cold front will be moving on through. So take care, and great to have everybody back. Say hi, have a smile on your face, and please be patient. Somebody's in front of you on the road. Just patience and kindness goes a long way. All right, take care. Great weekend. Live long and prosper, and we will see you on the next one.